trees. Alright, let's take a little walk down this way. Okay, folks. Today is October 11th. I've hiked up here again to try and confirm or debunk something that was seen from the August 1st video. The second part that I posted to YouTube. It was, I'm back. Summer in the Florida Highlands, part 2. Had to remember the name. Previously, in August, when I came up here, I was experiencing single whistles on my right and my left. And when I came to this point, I had somewhat already decided I was going to go to the right instead of going straight out this trail. So what I did was I stood here looking out straight out that trail out that way to see if my left hand whistler was going to cross that florist road or cross through the trees over there on towards the right. So that's what I was looking at. I wasn't paying attention to what was down the trail on the right here, this forest road that goes off to the right, which is where my camera was facing. So I'm trying to determine via cell phone, because I took pictures of the different scenes, my exact location at that time. So we're going to go forward a few steps. The sun isn't in the same location as it was in August. It's moved more to the south, so shadows aren't going to be laying the same way. But we're going to try and determine if this is about right. It's a little soft here. Okay. I think that's pretty close to what it was. Okay. So I was watching straight out this way and along that tree line, and I took about 4 to 5 steps. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not far enough, so I was a little further out. Okay, that's about it, I think. Nope, we were out a little bit more. Let me look at the next picture. Yeah, we were out a little bit more. Okay, that's about where I was standing, I think. Nope, back a little bit. Oops, sorry folks. Trying to get the sun glare off my camera. Okay. Alright. That's about right there. Oops, sorry. Okay, Now, where we perceived that figure to be was down past there, to the right of that tree. There's nothing standing to the right of that tree right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut you down. I'm going to go down to that tree and I'm going to set up my tripod, because about where I thought the figure was standing, and try to put like a yellow bag and an orange hat on it to see if we can see it from this location without zooming in, because it goes downhill there. So I'm figuring, being we couldn't see no legs, I could only see like an upper torso, shoulders and head, that figure was down slope. There's a slope that drops down out there. So let's see what we can figure out here, and approximately how tall our friend was. Okay, people, this is approximately where I thought our individual was standing. I kind of have a feeling that he wasn't on the road. He was actually standing on the bank near a tree with this other tree behind him. And if you look, there's my backpack. I'm standing on a slight hill. Okay, and I'm going to try and see if you can see out that way. If not, he's definitely taller than 7 foot. So this is my setup. Sorry. Sorry, folks. It's crude, I know. It's a bag with a hat on it and my tripod. Fully extended with a stick in it, because that, you know, and that was the longest stick I could find without going too far off into the woods. And heavy enough to hold the bag and the hat. Excuse me. Allergies still. In October. But anyway, we're going to take a walk back up there. It stopped. When I was doing this, there was a soft siren call when I was setting this all up. But as soon as I turned the camera on, it stopped. So let me turn you off for a second and see if it picks up again. Okay. I hope that works. Listen, folks. Okay, folks, I'm standing on the forest road. See, in the middle. There's my stand. A little bit in front of and to the one side of that tree. Okay. That is approximately, with the stick and hat and all, a combined height of 7 feet. I forgot my 10-foot tape measure. But between okay. What's today? That's a truck out on a road. It's actually carrying all the way up here. Weird. Okay. Sounded like an air brake and then, or shift or something. But anyway. Alright, with a combined small tape measure and a 5-foot sewing measure, I calculated it to be 7 feet. And this is approximately 2.5 foot bank. Let's see. My legs are 30 inches. And I'm a little bit higher. Yeah, about 2.5 feet. From the road up to that bank. Up to that bank. The road up there. Sorry, folks. But anyway, I need to have this to gauge by to see approximately how tall the individual was. I think the reason he disappeared so fast was he jumped down off the bank into the roadway. He bent over and jumped down, so he disappeared from view very quickly. Very quickly. So we're going to go up to where I was when I filmed it previously and see if we can see that orange hat at that height, 7 feet. It should have been a good line of sight, and it'll also give me an idea of if I'm right about where he was standing. So here we go. We're going back. They're probably going to wonder why I left that sit there. Keep them on their toes, trying to figure out stuff. It's a hike up here, folks. That was pretty far. That's a good distance down to that location. But he was standing just right. And because of his dark coloring, he blended in. And I didn't notice him. And I didn't zoom in either. I'm kicking myself in the butt for that one. Every day since I seen him. But no, since crying over spilled milk. Go on. Live and learn. Almost there, folks. And if that's where he was standing, that's approximately where they like to be, but keep you in line of sight. though they do get closer. Allergies, dang. Okay, we're almost there. Alright. Now we're gonna have to get this spot again. I'm sorry, you're gonna have a bunch of really jumpy video. Because while I was setting that up, there was so. Oh yeah. He might have even been back further. I don't know if you all can see that, but let's zoom in. See the orange hat? And the yellow bag? I believe he might have been a little more to the right and back a little bit further, because that doesn't look quite like the right spot. Let me compare it. That was just my first guesstimate. Yeah, he was over to the right a little bit more. And back just a little bit further. Okay. So, I'm going to stop recording. We're going to reset that up. Okay, people, what was that? I was hearing that at a distance earlier. Now it's closer. I'm noticing some prints here. They're not real defined. They're doing it while the plane's coming. Can't see toes. And he stopped. That's good. See if that sound picks up again. I'm not sure if that was coyotes or not, but I am going to definitely keep my eyes open. That just doesn't look right. This is going to be interesting. See, I can see my own blueprints. There's a pattern to it. That other print don't have a pattern. But it's not fresh, it's old. Can't define if it has. Oops. Lost my hat in my bag. Alright. Sorry, we're gonna go up there quick. Catch everything before the wind blows it away. Up here. The stick fell down. Okay, we're going to turn it off for a second so I'm not bopping you guys around. Okay, folks, that's approximately where the individual was standing. Now we're going to zoom in. Sorry. Almost ran back. Alright. See if I can steady this up. No, not too good. I'm huffing. Sorry, people. Alright. Always gets shaky when you zoom in. But that is about where that individual was standing. I'm gonna have to check it when I get home and download it. But I don't think you see the whole stand. And I have a feeling that was a big boy. Because he was broader than that, where that hat and all is. Good grief. Okie doke. I'm almost sure I was being watched because I don't see that dark spot down there. Even looking with the naked eye. And I have a feeling he was a little bit taller than maybe 7 foot. We're going to have to compare the footage. So it is starting to get very hot, folks. So I'm going to be wrapping it up. Let's see. I don't even know what time it is. When I came out here, it was only like 70 degrees. Oh, it's almost 10:15. And it's about 78 now. But I'm standing in the sun too, so it's hotter. Alright, we're going to collect my stuff. We're going to go home and download this. And I haven't heard that whistling sound. I hope that I got that recorded. Because the whole time I was setting that up the first time, I heard it, but it seemed far away. It was very faint. But it was like, at first I thought it was a siren. And then I realized, well, no, that's holding a steady tone. It's not going up and down. And it was long, and then it would stop, and then it would do it again, and then stop. It was really strange. It was high pitched too. It wasn't low. It wasn't deep. You know, like deep. It was high. Almost like a high pitched female yell or something. It was really almost sounded like a whistle, but it wasn't quite a whistle. More like a yell? I don't know, Rich, you're gonna have to listen to that if I got it. So we'll have to see what happens.